The job market in Wisconsin is evolving in fascinating and sometimes unexpected ways over the next decade, reshaping how people build meaningful careers and sustain their families. But here's where it gets controversial. While some occupations are booming with opportunities, others rooted in older technologies are rapidly fading away, raising critical questions about workforce preparedness and economic priorities. When Wisconsin Watch began investigating pathways to success in early 2025, the goal was clear. Understand which jobs are growing, which are disappearing, and what that means for Wisconsinites striving for stable, family-supporting work. Using detailed state and federal employment data, 6 revealing charts map out trends in professions ranging from nurse practitioners to wind turbine technicians, highlighting both opportunities and challenges. What jobs are surging in Wisconsin? A list of fastest-growing careers points firmly toward healthcare and renewable energy sectors, areas expected to be crucial as society adjusts to aging populations and climate change. For example, wind turbine service technicians are projected to expand by a striking 75% between 2022 and 2032, adding around 30 new positions in Wisconsin alone. Nurse practitioners aren't far behind, with a predicted 51% increase, equaling an additional 2,530 jobs. Meanwhile, computer and information research scientists and data scientists are also experiencing fast growth, 44% and 43% respectively, reflecting the ongoing digital transformation of all industries. But here's the part most people miss. Some surprising roles are also growing quickly. Despite the rise of online travel platforms and influencers touting destinations, the demand for travel agents is projected to grow by 38%, an increase of 350 jobs, as people increasingly prefer expert help in planning their post-pandemic vacations. Likewise, animal trainers are set to rise by 36%, adding 430 jobs, which aligns with the nationwide boom in pet ownership and spending. Interestingly, 6 of the 10 fastest-growing occupations offer median salaries above $85,000, and 7 generally require at least a college degree, with 4 necessitating graduate education. However, only nurse practitioners and data scientists are expected to bring in more than 1,000 new jobs, showing that many high-growth careers may still be relatively niche in scale. By contrast, Wisconsin's most common job, home health and personal care aides, is projected to have over 14,000 openings annually, largely due to high staff turnover and the growing elderly population. Among jobs tied for the 10th fastest-growing position are physician assistants, rail yard engineers, also called hostlers or dinky operators, aircraft service attendants, and administrative law judges. While all 4 are expected to grow by 33%, their actual job gains differ vastly. Physician assistants could see as many as 970 new positions, whereas rail yard engineers and judges may only grow by about 10, and aircraft service attendants by 50 jobs in Wisconsin. But here's a complexity many overlook. These projections don't fully factor in the rising influence of artificial intelligence, or how it might disrupt or enhance various professions. Governor Tony Evers convened a task force in 2023 to examine AI's potential impact, finding that roles like bookkeepers, data entry clerks, credit analysts, and insurance claims processors share significant overlap with AI capabilities. However, AI's presence doesn't necessarily mean job loss. In many cases, workers might simply use AI tools to perform their tasks more efficiently. Moreover, the task force found that Wisconsin's 10 most common jobs have what it calls middling AI exposure, suggesting these positions won't change drastically in the near future. Meanwhile, federal actions are also stirring debate. The Trump administration's moves to halt renewable energy projects, including stopping offshore wind farm construction multiple times in 2025, could jeopardize the expected uptick in wind turbine technician roles. igniting controversy about environmental policy and labor markets. Which jobs will have the most openings? And what does that say about quality of work? Not all jobs with many openings are growing due to sector expansion. Sometimes, high turnover inflates these figures. Notably, top jobs with the highest projected vacancies typically pay lower wages, usually under $46,000 annually, and generally require only a high school diploma or no formal education. For instance, 1 in 10 Wisconsin workers holds one of these roles, with around 215,000 earning less than $35,000 annually. Exceptions to this trend include registered nurses, who make roughly $86,000, and truck drivers, averaging around $57,000. The state's leading occupation, home health and personal care aides, illustrates a critical issue. As Wisconsin's senior population is expected to nearly double by 2040, the demand for in-home care skyrockets. Yet, employers face recruitment and retention struggles due to comparatively low wages and competition from other entry-level jobs offering better pay. Advocacy groups have pushed for increased Medicaid reimbursement rates to help remedy this. And the 2025 to 27 state budget included $19 million for this purpose, though this amount is less than half of what Governor Evers requested. On the flip side, which professions are disappearing? Here, the story is less hopeful. As newer technologies replace older methods, jobs such as telemarketers, switchboard operators, couriers, door-to-door salespeople, and street vendors are expected to decline sharply, losing about 25% of their workforce by 2032. Many of these roles don't require a college degree and are being overtaken by automation and digital alternatives. Administrative support positions, including secretaries and assistants, are projected to decrease by 2,420 jobs, the steepest loss, while couriers and messengers could drop by nearly 2,000 positions. Nursing assistants are also forecasted to shrink by about 3%, losing around 720 jobs, though this occupation will remain sizable. Wisconsin's Department of Workforce Development keeps an eye on so-called hot jobs, which pay above average wages, grow faster than the state's overall rate, and show strong future openings. But their latest data compares 2022 to 2032, a period heavily influenced by COVID-19 disruptions. This skews the list toward jobs that bounced back from pandemic declines rather than those that remained steady, explaining why registered nursing, despite being lucrative and growing, doesn't appear on the current hot jobs list. Analysts expect nurses will feature prominently in future updates. This evolving landscape prompts important questions for Wisconsinites and policymakers alike. How can workers best prepare for an uncertain future shaped by technology and demographic change? Should state resources focus more on supporting fast-growing, higher-wage careers, or stabilize critical but lower-paid sectors like home health care? And given the conflicting influences of technology and government policy, how should Wisconsin balance economic growth, worker protection, and environmental sustainability? What do you think about these trends? Do you agree with the focus on green energy and healthcare, or do you see overlooked opportunities or risks? Share your thoughts and join the conversation, because understanding Wisconsin's job future is vital to shaping it for the better.